I'm kinda trying to get into the format a little bit with a preference. I want to draft blue decks, preferably blue-red, but I don't really, like, I have biases, so I will evaluate first picks differently, but I'll definitely not force. But forcing is such a broad term that's kinda a little bit has a little bit of a bad rap, but it can be applied, I think, to your arsenal of like strategies or tools, and it sometimes it can work to your advantage. Let's put it that way. Okay, ready up. Okay, looking at an interesting pack, we have two rares that both appeal to me. And both are in the colors that I kinda like to draft because they're somewhat underdrafted. I like to start with these colors. Questions which one to take. I don't think we could go with Coyote, but I have a feeling white will be overdrafted. So I'm like looking at these three cards and not considering anything else. So I think I'm going with Trainer, because blue is a color I like slightly more, even though I think Bar Terror is an excellent Magic card. I don't think we're passing that much here. In blue even, we might wheel the Angler, that would be optimal. Same goes with Bar Terror, to be honest. Like, we could take that, and it's also an excellent Lizard card. But I think I like this more. 2 drops is harder to get in blue. Okay, so this one is now really interesting, because I think the rare is an excellent Magic card, and I would want to play it. But then we have one of the better uncommons in blue with Lasher, and that leaves us more open. I don't think anything is really that close. You could argue this Sword Master, but the thing about this card is it goes into archetypes that I don't really like playing, which would be mice or rabbits potentially, and I'm really not fond of these archetypes. So I think I'm leaning towards Slasher just because I don't want to commit to 3 colors. But Glarp is a card I would splash if I end up in 2 of these colors. Okay, what would leave us completely open is Fountain Port Bell, which is a card I like to take fairly high, but there are 2 excellent black cards in Hunger and Ambusher. And in blue-black is interesting because Ambusher is way better in decks where you have more creature presence. Not that we're completely committed to blue, but we have 2 really good blue cards. And I think it's slightly stronger than Hunger on average. But I do think that Hunger is just better in blue-black, usually. It's also another spell for Trainer, so I think I'm going here over Bell, but I could see staying completely open, taking Bell. But this is somewhat of a side for black. There is an Elder, but white usually goes deeper. Okay, so no red cards. Could take just Haven. That leaves us open. Now, looking back, I kind of regret not taking the 3 color card, but this is a good sign. We have a lot of blue quality. I'm just taking the land here. I don't think anything is that exciting in this pack. I like Mentor, I like this card, and I like the Charter. Those are like the standout. Polyvalop for Frogs potentially, but we don't know if we're going there. I mean, this wouldn't be bad of a Frog start, but even Frog decks like to splash, so I think I'm just gonna take Haven here to stay open. I do like the Nocturne, but sometimes blue-blacks don't end up creature heavy. Okay, so I'm happy in terms of positioning, because I see these black cards and I like them all. I like the Nile as well. I mean, I don't necessarily value this that high, but these 2 are great. Like, Orator is a cheap 2-for-1, Duo is a good mid-range card, and there's a good green card as well. I think I'm gonna take the Orator here, just to have a cheaper card. I could also see just taking the Nile, stay blue. But this gives me a wipe on a macro scale that black might be there. I don't think there's anything in blue here, but I'm really debating between taking the Mentor, maybe pivot into Lizards, or just taking the Bell and stay completely open. This is somewhat splashable, not necessarily that I would want to do that in blue-black. I'm kind of thinking just taking the Bell, it will make our life easier, even though I do like the Mentor. Here it's good white cards actually, which would mean then probably you just don't go with what we have that much. So if we pivot into Lizard's Cutthroat, otherwise I just take like an early Winter, which is a playable removal. Okay, so I guess we can stick to this. This is a pretty late Tight Collar Mentor. I do like these 3 cards actually, but I don't want to take another early Winter. This would be good for Lizard route and Brawl if we go green-black, but we're seeing only the Brawl, it's not seeing like many other green cards, so I'm just going with the Mentor here. Can we make Runaway together good? Because otherwise, but Grotto is not a card I prefer to play, so I think I'm just gonna take Runaway together. It works with Trainer, it's okay with Slasher, maybe we get something else. Okay, Easy Denial here, I value this card pretty high even without birds. I think Mind Spiral. There's a late Sentry, but we just don't have the Squirrel package, I think, and blue is still flowing, so happy on that. This I'll gladly take in case we need it. So I'm quite happy about the positioning pack 1. I'm not convinced that black is there, because black is just way deeper than blue is, but blue seems to be there. Okay, this card is pretty good, but I don't think we're switching. There was a last pick Rampager though, but I think we're just taking this Escort and staying the late. Hopefully Long River Pull Wheels, because this is a card I really like. What we're looking for is especially early stuff in these decks, because the early stuff is usually the most problematic one. You can find late game in Mind Spirals in random, like you just find random top ends in blue or black. Okay, I guess here we have a actually, but I don't think we can just switch. I think we just take Duo here. It gives us top end and just continue this pack. I know the black wasn't there. We could maybe switch into red, but I don't think we have the core for an Izza deck. Why there? We don't have like something like an Eddie Crap. We don't have any, I don't know, the two mana mage that pings the uncommon or looters and stuff like that. Mentors. So I think I'm just sticking to black. Otherwise I would probably take out the trash. You have to reach 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And this card is just solid. There's a Bell, but I think I like Marsh Stalker enough. If we have some rats, and it looks like we're gonna have some rats. I mean, we have 1 already. As long as you can bring it back. And it is an early play. So once you trade it, it's a value play later in the game. It's pretty easy to enable Threshold in these colors because you just cast your spells, right? Hopefully your spells are cheap. You maybe get some, like Bell even fills your yard. The spells go directly to the graveyard opposed to creatures. I know there's a Bell, which would allow us to splash, but yeah. Okay, so there's another Haven, which means if we open anything, we can splash it. I don't think there's anything that exciting here. Happy taking that. All the packs go fast. I'm gonna take the Mentor. We can be a little bit more on the tempo side, and then this Marsh Stalker is slightly better. I think the Trainer is still gonna be okay, even though we're quite creature heavy right now. I would prefer Trainer in a deck with 10 plus spells, which we still might get there, to be fair. Okay, that's a late Hunger. I would really like one Assailant, but this is way more important than the Assailant. But I really like this card actually in spell heavy decks, because of the reason, like, you want to usually block in those decks, so it's a high toughness creature. And Threshold is pretty easy to enable because of the reasons I mentioned before. There's a lot of green, so who knows, maybe our Squirrel decks would look great, but I like where this is going, so no complaints. Yeah, look at the Squirrels. I mean, we have only one option, the Runaway together. I don't think we ever can move into any of the other colors. Maybe a Splash, but maybe Cash Grab sometimes makes, like, if our mana gets really good. I'm just gonna spec on it. Maybe a weird, if the draft unfolds in a weird way, because Cash Grab does work with our mill plan. with our threshold plan. Which it's still kind of often not worth to splash the cash grab, but we'll see. Looking back, I really regret our first pick, even though, or our second pick actually. What did I take again? I think I took the Lasher, which is still a good card. So we really, I mean, there was downside of taking. There was definitely downside of taking the rare, but it would kind of look really solid here. I like this over Shore Up, even though I like Shore Up as well. Oh, there's a late take out the trash. Take this for the sideboard. Even though we could potentially splash that, but we have plenty of removal. I still would like for this to be slightly cheaper of a deck. But we have a pack to go. Ooh, wow. A bomb, but also like Mind Whisker, which I want to wheel. I don't think it will wheel, not in an arena open pot. I'm obviously gonna take the rare. So that's a nice pull. I'm not even sure if it's that much stronger than Whisker just because of the mana cost, and these decks usually want to operate on cheaper stuff because you have card draw later with Mind Spiral. And then this clashes for a 5-drop spot, but if you want to play a 5-drop, Maha is definitely the top tier one. I'm still gonna take it. Well, this is a card we could splash, and we have a lot of sweet ETBs, and we even have a bird now. This doesn't work, but Lasher, Mentor, those two work. Like, what's the alternative anyhow? Like, this would be more of a sideboard card. I don't like Night Fisher, and our mana is pretty much free for this, I think. Free by free, I mean we have to add we have to play a Plains with this, which can be a liability with like double blue cards and stuff, but I think we can spec on this pick. Okay, well, there's also one of these cards which I would want to play, but I'm taking removal. Could maybe cut Early Winter for now. We really want some Eddy Crabs if we happen to get them or see them, and some more card advantage, I think. Huh. Look at all the green, but I mean, we're not pivoting now, are we? It's just too late, we have too many blue cards. Could take Stargaze, nothing wrong with Stargaze. Could take Duo as well, Duo is fine. I think I'd actually rather have Stargaze. Yeah, I guess we're supposed to be green. Counter or Monolith? Take another counter. That's a wild draft. I didn't. There was no white earlier, was it? And now there's a Cake and Mentor here. So there was a lot of pivoting, I expect. I will play this Grotto. Have a lot of double peeps. Share pot. I'm gonna take Grotto here. This is if I want. Like, there's a cash grab, but I think we're now splashing white. 2-drop. Potentially. Or Harvester. Oh, that's a really good card. Okay, now it gets kind of sussy. Maybe Swan doesn't make it, because look at the color restrictions here. But these are completely fine 2-drops if we get the mana. Same goes with Denial. Although Swan, we have the Escort as well. This card I'm definitely playing. It's an excellent Magic card. Denial. I mean, counter spells can be our early game. This I might play. I'm just taking potential cards that I could board in. I still think the deck looks kind of sweet, honestly. Even though I think our green-black was maybe... was actually maybe the better deck. So okay, let's focus here. Cards that... I'm gonna play some card advantage, but I just wanna start with what I'm playing guaranteed. These go on the land slot, so I'll add them later. I like playing bells as lands. Okay, I'm happy playing one of these. I'm definitely happy playing one Denial, so we're at 15. Our removal is excellent, except that we didn't get... Sure, Savior, which is quite rough. So we have to make sure we have enough early game. So what if I just like build a mana first? So how does that look? This gives me 14, 15, 16, and this would be 17, although depends which route we go here. If we want to play more counter spells. Okay, so like this and a plains, let's say we just want to splash, right? Would mean we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ways to get. So we have like 10 sources for our double cards. I'm not completely just against adding another one of these, even though if we add another islands, it gets way easier and we just don't splash. Or alternatively, play these as 6th, 17th, and 18th land, which is okay, I guess, because you can just cycle them later. It only gets a problematic if you... Usually, it shouldn't be really that problematic, right? So if we do it like this, then our mana gets better and we can probably pull off 2 long river pulls and Hysis. It's fine if you don't cast it on 2. And then this gets in, which is quite a powerful card actually in this deck with these triggers, this trigger. We cannot save the rare. So I guess in terms of like saving something, it's kind of an awkward card and we don't have that many creatures even. But there's like the ambush potential and stuff like that matters. And this would be another otter. And a bird. Or another bird you control. It's actually interesting. Maybe we actually play the 2-3. It does now have denials, and then the denial gets also better. That means a lot more early game. Wish we had something to discard the denials in case they're useless. And then 1 card advantage card, which is probably Mind Spiral. I'm kind of scared to run Stargaze if we don't have a lot of blocking going on early or if we fall behind. Okay, so this is what I ended up with. I added Harvester, Stargaze, and then Pearl. And the reason for Harvester is mostly denials are better. Works with this as a bird, and it's an otter for Pearl, which means we have 2 otters now. And I removed Time Spiral, but I could see Time Spiral actually being better than Stargaze, so this is something that I'm not sure on. Or just somehow fit in another way to get card advantage, but we can board this in. Stargaze does do a better job of enabling Threshold. It's one of the reasons, but this deck is somewhat painful, so maybe as a last inclusion I'll rather do this. Okay, let's go. Alright, we're on the play. Do we like that? We have a 2-drop, but our hand is super expensive. Kinda skeptical of keeping that. But if we draw 2 lands, I think we still mull. I think we gotta mull that. Okay, this gives us 2 bells, which is not the worst. It still can be awkward. Still can be awkward, just ditch the expensive card. And just grab black. Might need to take the turn 3 off. This is interesting because Escort pushes more damage through, but I think I'm happy if they block this one. Unless some specific card. Here if we don't get a land, this guarantees a land drop, while this one might backfire. It's kinda awkward trade, but fine. Yeah, okay, so now it's this awkward situation. I'm gonna attack first. We're actually having too many bells backfires, but... So this would give us a guarantee land. And then we crack. I guess we just have to do that. This is just too risky. And I will fetch white here. We get to draw and we got to draw again, which actually fills the yard quite nicely for our mentor. Actually, this might we might need to kill that. We just might need to kill that. I mean, we could add this, let them loot, but that can cause all sorts of problem. I guess I'm just dealing with a looter. Okay, there's the duel. So go here, try to get a land. And then hopefully we still get a land for the escort. Okay. And I'm just passing. Okay, so this person was probably in the same pot and took the Glarp. Means they can still get a land. Awkward. Ah, they got it. That's really nice value. We have the way to kill that, which is good. Obviously not blocking. It lets us double spell, but then to remove threshold, it might be better just to double spell to get some tempo advantage. Also just kill both, which means 3 cards go. We definitely need to kill that. I think I'm dealing with the duo. Interesting, because like we don't have a way how to block it or anything. And extra, I guess getting a black source would let us double spell. Promise the rat comes back, right? I think we have to forage here. Even though this is awkward now. Ooh. Yeah, our opponent has a really good deck. I don't have many removal left for this Whisker. If you even have one removal. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of bombs. Okay, definitely need the counter spells. To be fair, we're pretty good at countering these bombs, but we need to draw our counter spells. Play that. Okay, at least we know our deck is slightly on the more on an expensive side. So maybe we can beat them with tempo. What's the play here? Cannot bounce anything. Play this that just chumps. Play that, I guess, and pass. Then we can bounce it. What do we chump with? Escort still? Although Escort does give us a token here. At least this has some stats. Now this will play this turn out anyhow, so I think I'll just go for that chump. Unblockable creature. I mean, to be fair, a lot of their cards are pretty much like a pile, but they have their top cards are just insane. Yeah. I guess we scoop it up. Okay, so I like all the counter spells. That's our plan. How heavy on value do we want to go? Bouncing a creature with counters doesn't seem that bad. We have two mentors either way. Duo is another flower, but expensive. Technically don't mind what we have here, except that maybe I want the Stargaze or another big removal. Not sure how good Harvester will be versus them. Let's just play maybe a bounce rather, just because it's cheaper. Enchantments, we haven't seen any enchantments. I think I grab a planes. Although, what if I just grab nothing? I don't think I grab anything here. We have a lot of lands, and if we draw a swamp, because we still want the swamp, so it gets like kind of awkward here. Maybe I needed to mull into counter spells, but the whole problem gets that I also don't want to be down cards versus their deck. Okay. Yeah, I mean, awkward, because these cards are just not really that great, but their top cards are just so insane. Not in that. That's an excellent is it card, but not that great in a random deck. Okay. Yeah, the awkwardness. I'm gonna just pass. Cash grab. Yeah, another banger here, which they can actually get back. Maybe they boarded this in because they saw the Marsh Stalker. That would make a lot of sense. I can see that. Or I guess it could be just a value card because they mill so much. Oh, interesting. Is this unblocking? You got to draw here. Otherwise we're just gonna fall behind. Questions, give them a fish. I think so. But give them a fish, it prevents 3 damage. Would that matter? This blocks it either way. I mean, unless they have another duo, I guess. Wow, these draws, all the tap lands. Play this and no, cannot double spell. If we get double blue black, we go this either way. So the optimal play would be if we get something cheap for blue. So we can double spell and still play a tap land. Could remove all of these, kill something, but promise I don't know how we're beating the talent, although they haven't showed that many spells even. They're more creature based, I think. I think that this is not even a bad matchup for us, honestly. It's just that our draws have been clunky. I mean, our deck is clunky in that sense that it has so many double blacks and double blues. Because a lot of their cards just don't do much. I mean, they're not great synergy-wise in their deck, at least from what I'm seeing here. Even though this threshold, there's some synergy there, but yeah. A lot of expensive cards. So I could go this and kill the Night Fisher. And we forget about the red, but we kinda have to do that. They'll always take the damage if I attack. There is this. I go here, so the problem is I could just play that and hope they don't have an answer. It's actually reasonable. We only saw Brawl, and then it unlocks all the mana next turn. I think I'm going for that play, because like otherwise we just are not casting our spells, so we need triple black here. And it would be so better to go this first, but I don't think we have time. If they trade Brawl and a creature for Maha, that's I guess fine. Orator can get it back. Because also I want to cast this before they empty their hand. And that gives us a double spell next turn. Get cash grab back. Okay, they're casting it now, so that means we're gonna get the card they are getting here. Ooh, Mind Whisker, Looter, those are all good. I mean, we can potentially get that plus whatever, or whatever they have. Okay. Okay, so start here, I think, and then we have duo up. I'm gonna let them draw. They clearly don't have a removal. We have to take a removal if they get a removal here, though, but yeah. Okay, so this actually makes things more complicated. But does it? Because it's still kinda is tempo. So we could get the removal. I guess we just get the removal. That's too good. Yep. We have an answer for the Looter. And this would give us the flyer plus removal this turn. And they can't get it back anymore, right? I mean, okay, they could play this. But maybe we just go for the tempo route now. Yeah, we just play tempo now. 1-1 here. Probably not. Change the clock. If I could fight with this, I would have done it. If I could put counter there, but it would die to the Kingfisher. Okay, this card is problematic for us because it comes down too early, and we're so reliant on countering stuff, and you don't have an answer for it. So maybe playing the 5 mana removal actually makes sense. That I could board in. Even though it still gives them value. Like, it gives them such a tempo edge, killing this for 5, but maybe it's the only way we actually beat it, because like them restarting it and stuff, it's annoying. Bro, that was a neat little top deck. 5 cards. Okay. It's a lot of damage, but we're not dead yet. Plus they have to, no, they get Widgie. This combo getting season back. Is there a way to... No, the problem is these are not tapping down. This can block here. Take 10. Swing all. And then make this block get back this. One damage short. I don't have a rat to get this back, do I? This is not a rat. I have to kill both, but I think that's reasonable. I mean, they might chump. That's fine. So this is lethal next turn, but they get the Reacher, so maybe we need to save a removal for that. But then... they can go to 1 here. If I do this, but I think they're making this block and then... makes more sense, so that would be 4 mana. 2 to play and we will have that up. I think I'm just attacking like this. Can I kill this or what? I could wait, maybe they go for the win bounce orator, but then if they have like a protection, it's awkward. They have 2 removal, but they can have... I think I'm gonna pass. If they go for the win, they tap out for stuff and you have 2 removal spells. This will still grow is somewhat of a problem, but we are on 6, so it needs to grow 3 times. Because now if they deal with this, this still wins, but we need removal for the Sente. They do have like a 1 turn answer for that. Because it's not even like if we attack with the orator, it's so bad if they block with the fish, right? And this gives them now, they need to do stuff pre-combat to attack with the duel. And I can always just chump, I think that's reasonable. We can get this, which can get us... What can we get? Removal, card draw, counter spells, not really anything that exciting. Okay, this one I'm fine with. Okay, so that would trigger both. I think they're gonna go for the win. Interesting. Three mana only. I mean, downdrafts can still happen here. But that means we just win on the backswing. Okay. So if we untap... No, we just kill one at least. Just kill that. So they need to deal with two creatures now. Okay. This one we can keep. Okay. Whew. Okay, so now the question is... I still don't think I can afford the Stargaze. The flyers were really good. Harvester... Harvester doesn't interact with the area art, right? Downdraft is interesting in a response, but it's kind of expensive in response to season. Maybe this, but it's expensive again. Like everything is. But their deck is also somewhat. It's not cheap, so. Wonder if it's better than Kingfisher, but they had some problems dealing with flyers. So this would be only for the... But is it really... I don't think we want it. I don't think we're gonna win that game if we play expensive stuff. I think I'll go like... I just leave it as it is. Because we can do a lot of stuff with counters, just hope they don't have the early talent or the early... 3-drop. Am I keeping? Around 42 to draw land. We have 42% to draw land, but also bells are add to the equation, and we can play the Marsh Stalker out. But it has to be kind of a blue source. I mean, we're fine, I guess, with the black one. So in 3 draws, basically. I'm gonna keep... Man, our mana shouldn't be that rough. Okay, there's blue. Just play that, right? Countering a 3-drop is actually kinda neat. Or then we have this. I think that's fine. This is okay. Because if we didn't have a play, I would definitely go this first. But now it's the best kinda early play for the Nile. In that sense, although we do get the bird. Also, that kinda plays the same. Then having a bird makes this better in this mid turns. So this gets awkward if they have their own, but we just gotta do that now. I really like adding to the board. We have removal or drop. Okay, so there's duo. Land would be the best. Otherwise, we just use that. Not really dependent on drawing these lands. I mean, we can still do something for this turn, but then get sussy. Okay, there's a land, which means we add to the board before using our removal. Interesting. Oh, they have the fight spell. Okay, that makes sense because they didn't want us to have a fish. If I attack, it's 5 damage, kill the bird, but then this is a problem. Well, I could attack with a Marsh Stalker only and pass, but then what? I think they can have the race then. They're on 3 cards, 5, they go to 8. We keep the hunger. Oh man. I think we still kinda wanna deal with the flyer. Maybe prevents them from attacking, and then this can maybe chip some damage in, and then we have more flyers to finish the game. This is a drain. Unless we used our removal, and now kinda counters are awkward if they add anything annoying to the board. Although this I'm kinda happy with. Oh, come on, lands. Let's just go this, there's a slight problem. I mean, we can always add this to the board. But slight problem with this not actually countering now anything, because we cannot, we don't have bird anymore. That's fine. We saw only one brawl the whole game, and we saw the downdraft, which they might still have. There's the talent. It gives them that back, but that we can probably counter. Awkward blocker. Mind Spiral. I don't think we can play the tempo there. What if I just no, I cannot let them do that. The whole problem is then we don't have a real answer for them getting this back. But add a flyer to the board, which means denial. I like that more. Blue. You can push 3 damage through, but then add this to the board. They're always blocking. We go low is the problem. Is there ever an argument to bounce duo here? Bounce duo in their turn, if they have their own escort, that's a problem. Double block duo, that's awkward. 3 damage through, I don't think that does enough. I think I'll just pass. I like the idea of bouncing duo, I think, because then we have escort plus. I mean, to be fair, we could have these two up also. I go escort now, start chipping some damage away. Have to have this up when they go season. So we have to do it now. Maybe that this is better. Oh, that plays out perfectly for them. We need a blue source or a black cheap spell. What did they get? This? Travel block here. Take 3. It really doesn't matter because we can do this in our turn. So I guess it's better to go escort. This actually backfires now because we could go this and that. But now we can't. We have to chump this counter that we give them a card. Oh, that's gonna be tight. This needs to resolve. Or do they choose first the targets? It's first, right? They need a target to resolve the spell. On a creature, okay, so it's not a target. Man, you know, playing this actually was so much better. One blew up. And the problem is we're dead to that, but I guess we have a bounce. But we need to draw something. They have a jump and not bounce. That's bad. We need to double spell here. I guess we have this. We just gotta jump that. So, oh, bro. Wow, this is the awkwardest game ever, so I guess this and attack and hope they have nothing and we win. Or bounce jump counters, but that's not a winning play. What's the difference if we leave both back? I mean, if they have a kill spell, they kill this and we jump and we're in a bad spot. So I guess we just have to hope they have nothing, right? No spell, basically. Otherwise, we're not winning. I don't think there's another way. This play backfired so badly. I think we would won the game if I did these two in the other order. Just bounce this would also prevent 3 damage. Chumps, we take 3. Yeah, that's weird. We don't beat. Damn! Alright, round 2. Take that. The splash has not been really working out, honestly. Not fine, I mean. We are at the core a control deck, so we still can kinda match what they're doing here. I'll add this to the board. Okay. That gives us cheaper stuff. I think I want to have the counter up. Elgair is fine. Okay. This is a bird as well. Okay, that's annoying. That is really annoying. Get white. And what do we even do here? Because I don't want them to counter the Mind Spire. I mean, I don't want them to... Yeah, counter that basically, but they get 1/1s now. I think we still pass. Next turn we have this plus a counter. Sure. Wait, nothing? Some wild games today. Actually pretty good. Doesn't match well versus the 1/1s though, but can give it flying. So do I actually just use this here? It's like we get either one, right? So if they kill one, it's not even that devastating. Problem is if they counter it. Then we go this in our turn. Spellgyre is fine, the cheap counter is not fine though. Savior. That's fine. More than fine. I have another removal, but and I got not 2 for 1 there. Here I like just drawing. So this is, I mean, we always have this up at least, but it's interesting because I think we need to resolve this draw. Just don't counter much if they don't have creatures. They're really trying to outgrind us there. I think I'll use this is can be awkward because we still have a bird, but no, I'll just use that one. Just, I don't want to give them cards, but I hope we get creatures. Okay, jump and draw. Pretty good for them. Like the stand is so annoying here because we're playing the Drago game. Okay, they're countering that. Whew! So we want all the grindy cards. These denials are not necessarily the worst, but I mean the best, but we get the burst, they're still fine. This exile might work versus the 3-1. I mean, we can go slightly more expensive, although we kind of beat them also if we're cheaper in a sense. I think I'm ditching the Niles. But do I ditch both? I like Harvester a lot in this matchup. And there's the problem that we are on the draw now as well. So maybe one denial. Cut one hunger is a potential option. How do we deal with the land? Is there any land destruction? Now let's go like this. Just fly over it, or we have some decent early game. So I guess I fetch white. Yeah, the mana is so awkward because even though we have enough sources to cast everything, it gets somewhat problematic. For the double peeps. I think I'm just going Stalker here. They counter it, it goes into the yard. But it hits for a lot. So they have to respect it, yeah. This wouldn't be the worst counter because we would draw a card, but it could have been denial. I think I still have to go this though. How does that work? If they counter it, they still get a card or what? No, you just promise them a card. You may cast. They still draw a card if they counter it. I don't think so. This is awkward. But then we can just take our removal, right? Very expensive. I mean, the silent is good. I could take a silent, not cast it. No, well, we can just kill it, right? Rather crack this than play that. Think so. I mean, if we might need a fifth land, but flyers. Actually, I mean, a slasher into flyer is interesting. We have two 3-power flyers, and then we kill their flyers, start racing. Well, alternatively, just slasher here, I think. I know we could get a 1-1, but this is pretty neat. This is fine. Get blue on top. Then we can double spell next turn. And I know they can bounce this, but that's kind of value, right? So we just do it now so they cannot counter it. And that also prevents this. And now they're in this weird spot if they bounce. Like this also, by the way, flickers. Can flicker itself. Which is funny because it's a bird that can flicker itself. Well, that usually doesn't work because birds usually have flying. So I'll start with attacking. See what happens. Take 6. I'll probably play this and just let them cook. So what are they gonna bounce? If they bounce this, that's fine. If they bounce this, that's also kind of fine. I think I'll just let them go their turn. So you have to remove, you can unstep this. Okay, they just concede. Man, these hands. I mean, we have the Nile, but this is on the play. If we get a swamp, we're obviously fine. Oh no, we have a swamp, never mind. I need my glasses back. So we would have this. So Island is a good draw. Bell is still a rough draw. The upside is there, but I think I should mull. Although on the play it's rough with this deck, I'm gonna keep. Our deck is just too dependent on 2 for 1 and then getting the value out of the remaining cards. Basically 1 for 1 deck. So any card matters. It's not like we don't have real synergies. Okay, that's a good sign. So I would say this is still better. Because then this will get something on curve most likely. I'm committed to play that. But it's fine because next turn I can find a land and have the Nile up. Because if I wanted to go the Nile this turn, which wouldn't be bad, I would need to leave that back probably because this doesn't grow. But I'm fine with this. So I guess here we want to keep the Nile up. But get black because of that. But then there is some awkwardness. Or just get blue. Because of double spelling. I think it's still black. It swing for 6 back. Can be a problem. Creature won't enter probably because of this. So I could see this attack only. And if they trade for that, it's fine. Hard to play tempo with these draw spells. That's a pretty good counter. We take 3, but this cannot really attack. I mean, if they attack, I'm completely fine taking the trade. So this is the dilemma again. This is like it's kind of hard to play in terms of like what do you do with the cards, because like tempo wise this is pretty good, right? But then we lose the threshold part, which I guess I'm fine with. But the thing about this play is that we actually don't actually impact the board, right? Well, this we don't impact the board, but we do draw a lot of cards. And then it gets problematic. What do we do with our creatures actually? Do we still keep on attacking? Because we might have a tempo plan. I think I'm gonna go this first, see what happens. I'm fine foraging here. Okay. This gives like gives us somewhat of an awkward turn next turn. Did I tap down wrong? I might have. But in hindsight. And now it's, do we just go 5 and we will likely kill that anyhow? And go for 5. Now this gets somewhat problematic again with the threshold, but what can you do? There was maybe a route where I just play control basically, and then I maybe would have just gone this leave both back. Okay. Only that attack. I think I still do this. I don't want to take the damage here. Wait. And yeah, they could protect it, but I'm completely fine if they use Shore Up here. That's probably fine because their hand is expensive. Get the last card out. That was a great draw, by the way. Okay. It's basically not that we need it that badly, but denying them that is quite sick. Access reach, so that can block. And they go pretty low, so... Cool. And if they play something else, they cannot crack this. Because now it's interesting, we win the card advantage battle, so I might just attack with the Mentor. This has this block. Or do we just leave everything back? Just attack with this block here. This keeps that in check. This has that in check. But then... I think I just don't attack actually. Go for the value. Complicated. Because that makes sense with +6 cards. Just don't take too much damage. Okay. So this is where I'm completely fine doing that. This would feel so it's better maybe to cast it, but then they will know we have to. Does that matter? Because this gives them a card in the yard for that. We could also go this for 1. I feel like it's a decent turn. To just draw. Oh wait, I used theirs. Shit, that was a punt. It was a plan not to do that. Okay. should just block that. Take 7 is rough though. What if I jump? Because I could have traded, yeah, if I didn't ponder. I think I could do this. I mean, jumping is fine. A lot of damage. Wow. We do have technically 18 lands in this deck. This actually is a pretty relevant body. That doesn't matter at this point, but fine. Finally. This is an option. Kill plus counter spell, but then we still take the damage. I think I like this. Just so we have something that matches the board and then next turn kill the 2/4. Not drawing lands from our draw spells is just rough. No way. Oh, okay. I mean, that's pretty good for them, but yeah. So the straight. What's with the lands? Come on, Arena. I swear we drew more than half of our deck. I mean, okay, it doesn't make. I'm getting emotional now. That's the wrong state to play these in. Double removal counter. Have this block, so killing that is not bad. Give them a food, I guess. And also just play Macha out. Like if they kill it, we still have this block. We take 5, we go to 4. What do we do then? If they don't kill Macha, we're kinda in a good spot. Feels like we just have to. Even though, yeah, we could have done it with a counter up. But it's also lethal next turn in the air. Okay. Oh, they have the frog, yeah, Polyvalok. They had a creature that kills it. This is gonna be hard now. We do untap that. We're on 4. There's a land. Should have. I mean, we wouldn't have Macha, but fine. This we need to kill. They're gonna get a bunch of food, which makes things more complicated, but they're out of cards. So I guess I'm gonna go for that first. We can get Macha back, by the way. And then what, just trade this? Get Macha back? Can tap so we have both counters, which probably shouldn't matter since they know about that. Also just kill that, keep the flyer. Still trading Maha is better here, 3, because then we untap with a counter up. Get this back to gain life. I think it has to be that. It's also a bird. Because now it gets complicated for them because they have to discard as well. If they want to target this and then we counter, even though they get a card, but yeah. 3 cards don't kill that, 4 cards kill that with a counter. Okay, this counter as a creature. Probably worth it. And now 1 card doesn't deal with that. Okay. I mean, it's a 2-turn clock. Does the counter matter? They're not on that much mana, so we could leave these 2 up. Play escort block. That's solid, right? Could even upkeep play that to give this hexproof. Just gonna let them draw. Oh, just with that. Makes sense. I mean, this we're gonna take. We have removal. Go to 1 here, right? Okay. I guess there was, I mean, they couldn't target the Maha. Maybe I should have just played the 2-1 out still. Although if we have lethal, we have lethal. Interesting deck, because basically a bunch of 2-1s. A lot of random cards. I mean, I see where they're going from. Maybe their draft was a little bit weird and they just went with high toughness and card advantage, which means that's good versus aggro. So the only real problem here was this, and I guess the sentries are kind of value. Do like counter spell versus them. I think they still need to add to the board. We haven't seen their own counter spells. Maybe just leave it. Run away together. Does that do enough? They have a lot of ETBs. This 3-1, I mean, it does still trade with the 2-1s, but I guess we still need early game. Feel like we just keep it where we're at. We don't have really the best sideboarding choices. I'm gonna keep mull that though. We don't like. I like to keep these hands on the draw when you have a play, because the chances of drawing a land is pretty high. But this, even if we draw a land, we don't have anything to do till turn 4. So shave that. It's better. This is the most expensive card. I'm gonna just go with that. Even though it looks pretty good versus them, honestly. Good questions, do you even want a land here? I would say no, but... Because which one are we fetching, black or blue? I would say we just don't fetch a land. That'd be awkward, but... I'd rather draw a 2-drop. Still like playing this out because it's kind of taxing on the mana. I mean, that is a 2-drop, but doesn't work this turn. Have a 1-drop, not really. I mean, I can crack this just to... Although I could actually fake a counter spell, it's maybe better. Like, in case we get another bell, it wouldn't be that bad to crack it, but... That's the only reason. Okay. Get this out. Blocks. I would say black just because we have that, even though we'll need maybe some blue in the future, but let's say black. And now we don't need to do anything, and I'll kill that if they play something expensive. Still kill the duo. I think so. I mean, we have 3 removals, plus this we might need to deal with still, but... I mean, there's an argument to actually kill that, but... Yeah, I'll kill the duo. It will deal probably 6 damage. And it's fine if they have protection. I mean, they have the null, we've seen that, but that's okay. Our hand is just too expensive to ever play around the Nile like that. Unless we are a hat. I don't think that's worth it. I could start by tapping this. Not attacking. What worries me is the mind spirals, because eventually they will draw them and we don't have ours. These are all fine. Just go here. There's no bird. I could just kill this first. I mean, it's not necessarily that they even give it flying, so I guess there's an argument to wait. This can probably start at... Oh well, this trade is pretty bad because we're quite far off from threshold. Okay, let's see what they actually pump. This is +5 still. I think we'd kill that chump. This can be cheaper. But I'm not sure if we want to give them a food because they do have sentry and they do care about threshold, so we might wait with this. But it can be cheaper. Now we care about threshold as well. I'm just gonna cast this, it's more taxing on the mana. No, I'll just block it. I'll take 7. This is a good value trade. Take 7, we go low, but yeah, some awkwardness there. Some awkwardness. If I go this, I have the. Oh well, not necessarily. So maybe just pass this turn there on 1 card. Too bad this is not immediate flicker. We kind of have, like, this is really awkward. Do I chump? What do I do? Just play that out. I don't want to give them a food now. I think we can go to 6. Okay, I can jump and then flicker. That's like just the best play here. Even though, because I really don't want to use a kill spell on the worst creature. Can I find making the other trade? Probably this, even though we could start attacking, but so what if I tap this down? I don't have a blocker is the problem. Do we attack for 6? Because this, like, this actually has everything under control and you have pearls, so probably still that. Okay, I'll draw here. There's a bird. I have 11 minutes. I'm playing kind of slower when I'm talking for sure. Okay, so this is gonna be Mind Spiral. This is a bird. Wow, we have a lot of birds, so this triggers quite a lot. I guess we just pass, kill. I mean, probably just kill this now. And then pass, and then we can cook. I mean, do we ever double block it? I could go this, but then we saw Polyvalok. And that gets awkward. Doesn't even do that much, honestly. I think I'll just play... Well, if they have a counter spell, it's really bad. Fine. I don't think it's even... like... Because we're not in a devastating spot if they play Polyvalok here. Since they lose 2 cards. And if we untap, we're... Because this is really not impactful right now on the board. And killing this seems like wasting a removal. And now if they kill this, we get this plus a flicker on that. So that's a good sequence there. Bouncing these is actually awkward. The mentor, but we can... I don't know what we even bounce this. Like everything, bouncing anything is awkward now. I think we block. It's probably just Polyvaluk. That's fine. There are complications with this bounce though, it's kinda crazy. I mean, I guess I can bounce the duo. And then just bounce, because I don't want to bounce this, I don't want to bounce this. Play, no, I can bounce the duo. No, but then I don't have the mana here. Like, if I go this, I don't get the value, but I guess that's fine. I mean, I get the flyer, which is not that bad. Yeah, okay, let's do this. Oh man, a complicated game now. Because I want the blue up when I play this so I can bounce it with that. So I'm giving away one of these. This is a red though. Oh, they didn't get it. Because now we get the red back. It's fine. Like just, wow, that's so annoying. Return up to one target non-opponent to its owner hand. Because I could get that thingy back, kill one of these, but what if I just draw here? I really expected a land, and any land would probably be alright. And with this, yeah, not earlier. Okay, that we need to kill. Still getting cards here. Okay, at least they're tapped out, and we know they're not attacking. This is a good plan for the Maha. So we gotta kill that. And then I guess this blew up. I guess the 3-5 is annoying. Well, give them a card. I probably give them a card here even. Because we need to remove the counter off of this, otherwise it's just too good. Still have Polyvaluk somewhere. For 8 minutes, this is gonna be rough. I need to now go. But the thing is, like, maybe I just focus on this game, and if we lose, we lose. Okay, they're on 11 cards. We're on 16. I mean, depends how they have the harvester or not. Most of our cards are lands though. 10 lands, 6 cards. We have a great hand still, and we can, like, we still have the harvester. Problem is bouncing their cards is dangerous. Now we have the combo with this one, but okay, so 2-4 comes. So they left both on top. That's probably Polyvaluk. This is so awkward not having blue. Here we're getting the second blue. Can I just take it? I feel like we need to take this. No polyvalk. Roll. Okay, that is really rough now, because they can remove our stuff. I think we actually concede, go new, 7 minutes. How do I win? I can check this, what's on top. Oh, if it's removal. No, never mind, we don't have removal, I just concede. This is too good, we have 7 minutes. Whew. Man, that Maha needed to stay. Maybe I need another removal. This is getting... These are awkward, but... This is too dangerous, it seems. The bounce doesn't do anything. Okay, I'm just keeping it. It feels like that everything can like the 5-mana removal can be clunky. And first of all, we're short on time. Okay, lots of magic. That's a good draw. The real reason not to trade it because of that, what do we even do here? I could go that, and then... No, but we can bounce. I'm gonna trade, because they can get value off of this. They can get more value, and it counts for the duo. And then we can flicker this. So we get value flickering that anyhow. I mean, otherwise the flying plan wouldn't be that bad, but yeah. You need planes. Draw the planes. These lands are coming together this game. Hunger or value. Now we have an otter. This is close because a lot of their stuff is not important. A lot of the creatures are not that important, but... PG is rough. Cannot really block though. It was just the best aggro plan. If we get a land displays around the Nile next turn, no birds on their side. Got 5 minutes and 40 sec. Polyvaluk is rough. Brawl. Wow. Ooh, that's a great trade. I think that was a mistake. If they crack this, I probably should play around the Nile. Because then we get 2 flyers guaranteed. It's so bad if they counter this, because we saw the denial. There's a Polyvalop. I guess it's pretty good for them. 5, get a flyer. I mean, to have 2 removals. I think it's actually blue because of our draw potential. 5 cards, so can I get a rat back now? So do I ever just pass this turn? I feel like passing here is fine. I mean, I might be wrong. The real problem is Mind Spiral. Everything else, what we saw, I'm fine with. But the thing is, we can get the rat back now if we don't forage, as its appeal. I mean, potentially we can do that. We'll need to kill. Okay, I want to do this. And then I want to do this and get the rat back, right? Which happens now every turn. Do you have open? Still know about overprotect, but that doesn't kill us. Ooh. Pretty good to luckily have another counter. It's still pretty good for them. Still pretty sick. And another counter, another. Overprotect kills us now. Either way, I think we got the attack. I mean, if they have overprotect, they have overprotect, right? I'll give them life here. 2-1. A brawl, another brawl. Brawl kills 3-4. Okay, here goes nothing. One card counter spell, let's go. Last 2 minutes. Gotta keep this on the play. It's rough. Going for this in case we get counter, which would be a pretty good draw. It's an annoying card. Go creatures first, this will get cheaper because of Harvester. It's annoying because if they start drawing, we are in a lot of trouble. It was such a good turn 2, but on turn 4 they're usually, I feel like we gotta kill this. And give them food probably. Even. I mean, depends what they have. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this. I'm not gonna give them food for now. Could wait, but then we have to take 3 if they don't tap out. That gets awkward. Like, yeah, if this wasn't like such a annoying creature, we would go Lasher and then have double spell. I feel like we just block. Okay, another Muskill. Okay, this deck is actually insane. Is they don't draw. No, the pump is available. We can draw, but we need to then get removal. If I go this, I can double block. How do we deal with all that? Let's play the South Pass. Not gonna make this block if we blocked last turn. The problem is now pump plus something, but I mean, I guess like the whole like with this it gets problematic that they have something like 4 damage. They kill this dies. But they have 4 damage here. Something survives. I mean, killing Elder is a pretty good exchange though. I guess this +2 doesn't kill us. So if it's just a pump, I mean, then I'd rather block this, but it feels like still okay. This cry. Top. So this definitely. Maybe twice. I don't want them to make like a mistaken attack with these because they didn't have anything last turn, but they topped the card. I don't know. Otherwise, just that and it. Bro, what is that deck and how are we ever beating that? Double bottom. And now we get that. Better to get their cards or ours. Get a 4-drop. Problem is there can be a land. We just need a removal for for both actually. It's impossible. It feels impossible. Go this. Huh, that might actually work. Well, they get +2 creatures. We get a 4/4. This deck is completely insane. It's a little bit unlucky that we stumbled upon that, but we have 1 pump plus that. They even got a pump now, wow. To be fair, the draw was just perfect. But it's also goes into deck construction if you just get these cards on curve and everything is a must answer. It just gets problematic. This was too much, the war leader. I will pump for sure. See if we get something down and survive. Okay, so this will die either way. Getting this down is not that bad. And then this and jump. No, but then the problem is they pump. I don't think there's a good outcome here. Yeah, there's no good outcome. So you just need to get really lucky with these early plays. Otherwise we don't have a chance to beat them. These cards don't do anything. I mean the downdraft, but that just delays stuff. Can kill the token. I think we still wanna play. We still wanna win the late game, that's the thing. I don't think we can just give up on these cards. Maybe on the draw I can. Okay, I'll keep. We have a counter. And a 2-drop. Maybe even heist. This is again the awkwardness shows here, but fine. Fine. There's so many things that can go wrong on 2, but I like the board presence there. I think now this turn we counter and then heist. Question is, can I ever play aggro? Probably not. Still decide to kill something if better. Well, I'll go for this. They might have another gift, but what are you gonna do? They might have the protection spell, is what I'm saying. Yep, that's completely busted. Yeah, they draw 2 cards because it's not once per turn. Kinda crazy. Yeah, I mean, we're not beating that, like, let's be real. Like, we would have to be extremely lucky. What I can do, though, is try. I can try. Give them a card. Okay. Seriously? This is not real. This deck is not real. So what's even the, like, this beats us with these. Can take 1 and then just counter the other one, and this doesn't do much until, I mean, the problem is the 3-4 is also beating us, but yeah, I mean, at least we can deny the go white strat to some degree. But yeah, this is a day 1 rabbit deck with rares. With rares, see what we get. Oh, get this down. In this case, do we swing? This gets +1, so maybe not, so we can triple block. And then I'm fine them using that for the board. But otherwise they go this and what we chump. I think if they play this, we just triple block. That's pretty good. Unless they have another... Oh no, it's not even enough, never mind, because it's +1. Okay, now I'm just hunting. We missed 3 damage there. The bird down. Problems with, they still can attack. Yeah, I kinda just gave up, honestly. I kinda just gave up, so we need to force them to do that, but they're gonna do the other thing. But if we block with both, they just do that, and we lose the board. In chum, but then they don't use their cards, which is really bad, so I guess I still contest. Okay, that change anything? I mean, at least we can block. This one? I mean, if they don't have anything but that, that's actually really good for us. I guess we have to try this, let them scry, right? This down. Have the foot. I'll just eat end step. Okay, that kind of worked better than expected. I really want the double thingy, but I also want to start attacking. Never mind, I'll just play it as that, because hopefully we draw something. If we don't draw anything, it was better to wait, probably. Seven, we go to 4. I think we got a race. Blue. Not over, but pretty good for them. This is the third rabbit, by the way. Oh, okay, now we lose. At least they gotta go for it. Still gotta go for it. Okay. Gives the other thing indestructible, but not much change from last turn. Ah, they just go for it now. I mean, it makes sense they have one more creature, but to be fair, now one removal still wouldn't be enough. I mean, to be fair, this was not really a matchup we should have been. It should have been this close, so we were lucky we were even in this spot. But yeah, that's it. I don't think our deck was that great. It wasn't a bad deck. I think it was capable of 3-1ing. I would never give it. And we were close to 3-1ing, right? The first game was maybe even winnable with some different decisions. But it is what it is. Thank you for watching, everybody. 2-2 sometimes doesn't go as planned, but it's alright. There's gonna be more opens.